Hi everyone, good day. Welcome to another discussion on animal science, and today we will be talking about another important system in the animal body, which is the endocrine system. Okay? So ang endocrine system, meron din sa tao yan. So kapag narinig mo yung mga hormones on how hormones affect you nung ikaw ay nagbibinata at nagdadalaga, si endocrine system po ang may pakana niya. What is endocrine system? Endocrine system in the animal body is a communication system. So given that, para siyang nervous system, right? Pero instead of using nerves to send signals, katulad ng nervous system natin, ang endocrine system, gumagamit yan ng chemicals called hormones. And what are the organs that produces these hormones? We call them as glands. Okay? So yung mga glands na to, they act like a neuron kung nervous system yung pinag-uusapan natin. So the glands are the source of the communication. They produces chemicals named as hormones into a particular organ and instruct that organ kung ano yung kanyang gagawin. Another way to think about endocrine system is think of let's say, a strategic army battle, okay, na nasa field, right? So meron kang commander, right? And meron kang mga private or mga tao na nasa field. Si commander, yun yung gland. And gagamit siya ngayon ng radyo or gagamit siya ng any tool to announce a particular instruction to a particular set of soldiers. Yun ngayon yung chemicals or yun yung hormone. And then yung hormone na yan, kapag napakinggan ng group of officers niya or napakinggan ng mga soldiers, a particular group of soldiers, mag-a-act sila accordingly. So yun yung purpose ng ating endocrine system. And we have major glands in the animal body. Major glands in the endocrine system. For example, sa brain, meron tayo yung hypothalamus, pineal gland, and we have the pituitary gland. Sa neck part, you have parathyroid and thyroid gland. Sa kidney, so yung maliit na bean-like structure sa kidney, you have adrenal glands. Sa abdomen ng hayop, you have pancreas. And of course, sa reproductive system, we have the gonads, such as ovary kapag sa babae, and testes kapag sa lalaki. Now, we will start the discussion on the different glands, endocrine glands, in the brain. So we will start off with hypothalamus. Okay. Now, the hypothalamus is considered as the control center. Okay. Why? Kasi the hypothalamus connects the nervous system to the endocrine system. And yung hypothalamus rin, ito yung gland that controls or regulates other glands, such as yung katabi niya na si pituitary gland. So si hypothalamus yung nagsasabi kung kailangan na bang mag-produce ni pituitary gland ng specific hormone or kailangan ba niyang i-inhibit yung pagre-release ng specific hormone. So ano yung mga hormones na pinoproduce ni hypothalamus? We have thyrotropin releasing hormone. So this hormone stimulates the anterior pituitary. Later on, makikita natin yung relationship ni anterior-posterior pituitary kay hypothalamus. But this is just an overview of the hormones produced by hypothalamus. So ano yung mga pinoproduce ni hypothalamus na hormones? We have thyrotropin releasing hormone. So yung purpose ng hormone na yan, ini-stimulate niya si anterior pituitary para mag-produce ng TSH or thyroid stimulating hormone, which stimulates again the production of thyroid hormones sa thyroid gland. Yun ang ginagawa ng TRH. CRH, ganun din yung function niya, corticotropin releasing hormone. It stimulates the pituitary gland to produce corticotropin adrenocorticotropic hormone, I mean. Tapos yung hormone na yon will signal the adrenal glands para mag-produce ng cortisol. Right? Sa growth, meron din tayong growth hormone releasing hormone, which stimulates the release of growth hormone by the pituitary gland, which is very important sa growth ng muscles and it's also important in metabolism. And lastly, we have the gonadotropin releasing hormone. Okay, so we also call that as a GnRH, which now signals the pituitary gland to release luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone, which is very important in the development of sex cells in the male and female body. So you want to think of hypothalamus as the general, kumbaga sa isang army, siya yung pinakamataas sa kanya, mostly nanggagaling yung mga major instruction. Lalo na instructions relating to pituitary gland releasing some hormones. So si hypothalamus yan yung boss, kumbaga the big boss. Another important hormone in the animal brain is what we call as the pituitary gland. Kung si hypothalamus is the control center, si pituitary gland yung master gland. Siya yung parang assistant general, kumbaga si colonel sa isang army. Okay? Kung si pituitary gland is master gland, ang hypothalamus, I could also relate the hypothalamus as the grandmaster gland. No? So that's one way of thinking about it. So hypothalamus, siya yung pinakamataas, siya yung pinaka-boss. And then below him, yung parang assistant manager niya, si pituitary gland yon, right? Now, the pituitary gland is divided into two, right? The first one, anterior, yun yung front end ng pituitary gland. So ito. And the pituitary gland naman na nasa likuran, we call that as posterior. So pag-uusapan natin, si anterior pituitary muna. Ano ang mga pinoproduce ni anterior pituitary? Unang-una, nagpo-produce niya ng hormone na growth hormone, which is very important in stimulating the growth of muscles, bones, and tissues, for example. Now, the growth hormone, bago ma-release yan ni anterior pituitary, kailangan manggaling yung instruction kay hypothalamus. Okay? Kaya si hypothalamus nagpo-produce yan ng growth hormone releasing hormone, instructing the pituitary gland to release the growth hormone. We also have thyroid stimulating hormone, which stimulates the thyroid gland to produce thyroid hormones, important in metabolism. Adrenocorticotropic hormone instructs the adrenal glands to release cortisol naman, okay, which helps in stress response. And we also have follicle stimulating hormone, FSH, and luteinizing hormone, which now instructs your gonads, or it is very important with regards to ovulation and sperm production. So yun yung purpose yun yung mga hormones na pinoproduce ni anterior pituitary gland. Si posterior pituitary gland naman, nagpo-produce yan ng, yung major two hormones niya is oxytocin and antidiuretic hormone. Oxytocin is important kapag yung hayop mo nanganganak because it helps in contractions and it also helps in milk ejection kapag nagpapasuso yung ating hayop. We also have antidiuretic hormone which regulates water balance in the body. So kinokontrol niya yung absorption ng kidney. For example, kapag masyadong matubig yung katawan ng hayop, it will instruct the kidney to absorb more water para ma-release. Okay? And kapag wala naman masyado, then it controls now the kidney in terms of absorbing the water in the body. The pituitary gland and the hypothalamus has this sort of relationship. Yun yung pag-uusapan natin sa next slide. For instance, si hypothalamus at si posterior pituitary, ganito ang relationship nila. In actuality, the posterior pituitary gland do not produce their own hormone. So si oxytocin and antidiuretic hormone, hindi yan talaga galing kay posterior pituitary gland. Kanino galing itong oxytocin and antidiuretic hormone? Actually, yan ay hormone ni hypothalamus. Okay? So si hypothalamus, nagpo-produce yan ng ADH and oxytocin, tapos ini-store niya sa posterior pituitary. Okay? So, storage site lamang po yung posterior pituitary. Okay? And kapag kailangan na ng katawan, yung oxytocin and ADH, antidiuretic hormone, then saka lang nire-release ni posterior pituitary yung specific hormone na yun. Ano naman ang relationship ni hypothalamus and ni anterior pituitary? Si anterior pituitary, meron siyang sariling hormone. Okay? Ano yung sarili niyang hormone na yun? Thyrotropin-releasing hormone, CRH, follicle-stimulating, growth hormone. So, ang anterior pituitary, meron siyang sariling hormone. But this time around, nire-release lang niya yung sarili niyang hormone only by the instruction provided by the hypothalamus. For example, yung ating thyrotropin stimulating hormone. The thyroid stimulating hormone will only be released in the anterior pituitary kapag nagkaroon ng signal si hypothalamus na thyrotropin releasing hormone. Another one, yung gonadotropin releasing hormone. Yun ay galing kay hypothalamus, yung gonadotropin releasing hormone. It will now instruct your anterior pituitary to release two hormones. We have follicle stimulating and luteinizing hormone. Yung growth hormone, hindi rin yan pwedeng i-release ni anterior pituitary hanggat walang signal from the hypothalamus producing or releasing growth hormone releasing hormone. So yun yung interaction ng hypothalamus and the posterior and anterior pituitary. Okay? The hypothalamus, siya yung pinaka-boss. Okay? Nagpo-produce yan ng oxytocin and antidiuretic hormone and ini-store niya sa posterior pituitary. So, storage area lang yung posterior pituitary, wala siyang sariling hormone. Si anterior pituitary, meron siyang sariling hormone, pero na-i-release lang yun only upon the instruction of your hypothalamus. So, those are the difference between your anterior and posterior pituitary. The next gland, which is also found in your brain, is called your pineal gland. Now, your pineal gland is very important because it produces melatonin. So, what is melatonin? Baka narinig nyo niya yung term na yan. Melatonin is this hormone that allows you to be asleep. So, kung bakit kayo inaantok and natutulog kayo sa gabi, it is because of the hormone melatonin. Okay? So, this is the reason kung bakit ang hayop tulog sa gabi at gising sa umaga. Another important use of your hormone, melatonin, is that it regulates certain breeding cycles in animals. Kaya sa mga hayop, lalo na dito sa West, kung saan meron silang winter, summer, spring, and fall, nagkakaroon yan ng tinatawag na seasonal breeding. The seasonal breeding is because of the hormone melatonin. For example, meron tayong tinatawag na short day breeders. Now, sa short day breeders such as sheep and goats, tinawag silang short day because they tend to breed during those instances na maikli ang araw, katulad ng winter time when we're talking about the West. So during winter time, mahaba ang gabi, maikli ang araw. So sa short day breeders, ang melatonin nila induces the production of your gonadotropin releasing hormone or yung mga FSH and LH, getting ready the animal for breeding. Dahil mahaba ang gabi for short day breeders, nagpo-produce sila ng maraming melatonin, and yung melatonin na yon instructs the animal na, hoy, time na para makipag-breed. Sa long day breeders naman, katulad ng horses, ang mechanism niya is yung melatonin, pinipigilan niya yung release ng gonadotropin releasing hormone or yung release ng hormone that instructs the animals na ready na for breeding. So during long day, katulad ng summer or spring, dahil mahaba ang araw, maikli ang gabi, Kapag maikli ang gabi, umuunti yung production ng melatonin. Dahil maunti na yung production ng melatonin, maunti na ngayon yung pipigil para mag-release ng signal sa katawan na ready na yung animal na makipag-breed. Therefore, it now allows breeding behavior for long day breeders such as horses. Okay? So yan naman ang purpose ng ating pineal gland. Now, baba tayo. From the brain, punta naman tayo sa leeg. Okay? So, sa leeg, meron tayong gland. Ulit doon, we call it as the thyroid gland. Okay? So, the front part ng leeg, more than likely, nandun yung thyroid gland natin, which is a very important hormone that regulates metabolism, growth, and development. So, ano yung mga pinoproduce niyang hormone? Ano yung mga hormone na pinoproduce ni thyroid gland? We have thyroxine and triiodothyronine, so or T4 and T3. Very important ito sa metabolic rate, which influences how animals can use energy, how they grow, and how they maintain body weight. Ang thyroid gland mo, nagpuproduce rin siya ng calcitonin. Okay, ang calcitonin is this gland that reduces the amount of blood calcium in the animal body. This calcitonin, acts hand on hand with another particular hormone produced by the parang kapatid ni thyroid gland, which is the parathyroid gland. So sabi ko sa inyo kanina, yung thyroid gland, yan yung front part, okay, na nasa leeg natin, located sa leeg ng animal body. Doon sa likod ng thyroid gland, meron kang maliit doon na gland which we call as parathyroid gland. So ito yon. So parathyroid gland. Nasa likod yan ng thyroid gland. Ano yung pinoproduce ng parathyroid gland? It produces parathyroid hormone. So ang parathyroid hormone, sinisignal niya yung katawan na mag-produce ng calcium. Okay? So kapag masyadong mababa yung calcium sa katawan, si parathyroid hormone yung magsisend ng signal na, oy, kailangan na nating maglagay ng more calcium in our body. How? Pwede niyang kunin yung calcium, for example, sa bones ng animal body. Pwede rin niyang i-increase yung calcium absorption kapag kumakain yung hayop. And pwede rin niyang pigilan yung kidney na magpalabas ng calcium. Yun yung purpose ng parathyroid hormone. So kapag masyadong mababa kasi ang calcium level sa katawan ng isang hayop, hindi yan maganda kasi ang calcium, very important yan sa muscle contraction, and at the same time, it is important in your nerve cells, okay? So, for example, sa muscles, kapag wala masyadong calcium ang katawan, very prone ang hayop natin for cramping. At the same time, hindi rin maayos yung contraction ng mga smooth and involuntary muscles natin katulad ng heart, which is very important. Dapat ang heart mo, it is contracting normally, and kailangan niya ng calcium to do that. So kapag kulang ang calcium sa katawan, si parathyroid hormone yung nagsasabi na, oy, body, kailangan mo mag-produce ng more calcium na gagamitin ng iyong katawan. Paano naman kapag sobrang dami ng calcium sa katawan? Hindi rin maganda. Kaya, na yan yung purpose ni calcitonin. Si calcitonin ay hindi yan pinoproduce sa parathyroid, pinoproduce yan sa thyroid gland. So si calcitonin helps control the amount of calcium in the body, specifically in the blood. Okay? So yun yung purpose ng dalawang hormone na yan. Parathyroid and calcitonin, they regulate and control the amount of calcium in the blood. Kapag masyadong mababa yung calcium sa blood, parathyroid hormone will say, itaas natin. Kapag masyadong mataas ang calcium sa blood, calcitonin, which is produced in the thyroid, ang magsasabing, ibaba natin. So these are the two glands in our neck area, thyroid and parathyroid. Napunta naman tayo sa ating bewang or near the kidneys, we have the adrenal glands. Okay? So yan yung gland para siyang bean shape sa tuktok ng animal kidney. Okay? Ano yung two important hormones na pinoproduce ng adrenal gland? We have cortisol and we have adrenaline. Itong dalawang hormones na to, they are very important to your animal because they allow your animal to respond accordingly when there is stress. Ang cortisol, for example, kailangan yan ng hayop for long-term stress management. So it regulates metabolism, it regulates immune responses, and it also is also important in controlling inflammation. Yan. So yan si cortisol. Anti-inflammatory actually ng katawan yan, si cortisol. Ang adrenaline, you might have heard that, kapag ang tao, for example, ay nagkaroon ng adrenaline rush, nagiging sobrang active siya for a short span of time. Tama? It's either nagkaroon siya ng adrenaline rush to fight or para tumakbo. Kaya ang adrenaline is a hormone that is released for short-term stress, fight or flight situation. Tatakbo ba yung hayop or makikipaglaban yung hayop? Kaya kapag ang hayop natin ay nasa isang dangerous situation, nagpo-produce ang adrenal glands ng adrenaline, instructing the animal kung ano yung dapat niyang gawin. So it gets the animal body ready, tumataas yung heart rate niya, tumataas yung blood flow niya, para kung makikipaglaban siya, meron siyang lakas, kung tatakbo siya, meron din siyang lakas. Yun ang purpose naman ni adrenaline. So ang difference lang ni cortisol and adrenaline in terms of stress management is, si cortisol, long-term stress management yan. So mahabang panahon, pangmahaba ang panahon, whereas si adrenaline naman for short-term stress management. Okay? In fact, ang cortisol mo, nasabi ko na to, it's your it's the natural anti-inflammatory hormone sa katawan ng tao. Kaya kapag wala kang cortisol, nagkakaroon ka ng tinatawag na sa human diseases, nagkakaroon ng tinatawag na Cushing's disease, wherein your body cannot fight inflammation kasi nga walang cortisol. And ang tendency niyan, isa sa mga symptoms niyan ay panghihina sa tao. Yeah. So just a brief trivia about cortisol. Now after the kidney, let's go up for a little while. Punta naman tayo sa abdomen part ng hayop. We have the pancreas. In my last lecture, I have discussed yung purpose ng pancreas na to. Okay? Ang purpose ng pancreas, it is a gland that produces hormones that regulates blood sugar. Kanina, kung babalikan natin, ano yung hormone, ano yung gland and hormone that regulates calcium in the blood? We have the thyroid gland, which produces calcitonin, and we have parathyroid gland, which produces parathyroid hormone. Blood calcium yon. Sa blood sugar naman, may kumokontrol din na hormone dyan. We have hormone insulin and we have hormone glucagon. So how does these two works? Kapag ang isang hayop kumain ng marami, let's say, so pinakain mo, nabusog yung hayop, tumataas yung blood sugar niya sa kanyang katawan. Now, ang blood sugar, hindi maganda na mataas yung level niya sa katawan kasi it can disrupt yung normal functions ng vein, and it can also degenerate some neurons in the body. Anong ginagawa ni insulin? Kapag masyadong mataas ang blood sugar sa katawan, nagsisend siya ng signal sa mga cells na, oy, kailangan yung kainin yung sugar. So it will now instruct the cells to eat this sugar, and when they eat this sugar, bumababa yung blood sugar sa katawan. Okay? The insulin is also the hormone that signals the liver na yung excess na sugar, gawin natin siyang stored sugar. Yan. Or if I'm not mistaken, stored sugar, we call that as glycogen, if I remember it correctly. So, meron ka kasing used sugar, and then meron kang stored sugar. The stored sugar is being stored in your liver, and si insulin yung nag-i-instruct doon sa liver na mag-store ng sugar na sobra sa katawan. Si glucagon, baliktad naman ang work ni glucagon. Si glucagon, nag-work yan kapag masyadong mababa yung sugar sa katawan. Okay? Kapag masyadong mababa yung sugar sa katawan, si glucagon ay nai-release para i-instruct sa liver na, oy liver, yung stored na sugar mo, kailangan mo nang i-release. Kasi wala masyadong sugar yung animal body that is doing its physiological work. So yun yung pagkakaiba ni insulin and glucagon. Si insulin, kapag mataas ang blood sugar, inuutusan yung mga cells na i-absorb yung sugar para bumaba yung blood sugar. Whereas si glucagon naman, kapag mababa ang blood sugar, ini-instruct niya si liver na i-break down yung stored sugar, or we term it as the glycogen, para ma-release sa katawan and magamit ng animal body. So that is the function of your pancreas. And lastly, we have the gonads, or our sex glands, kumbaga. So the gonads are testes kapag sa lalaki, and we have ovary kapag sa babae. And there are two major hormones na pinoproduce three major hormones na pinoproduce ng gonads. We have estrogen and progesterone, which is dominant in females. Okay? I say dominant kasi ang estrogen and progesterone, pinoproduce din yan sa male body, pero in smaller quantities. We also have testosterone that is dominantly produced in the male body. So ano ang purpose ng estrogen and progesterone? It regulates female reproductive cycle. So it is actually the estrogen, for example, is the hormone that allows your animal to exhibit sexual behavior kapag siya ay on heat. Yan. How about progesterone? Progesterone is this hormone released in the gonads that is important in pregnancy, more specifically para kumapit yung offspring doon sa uterus ng babaeng hayop. So that's estrogen and progesterone. Ang estrogen din is important in the development of secondary female characteristics, katulad ng paglaki ng kanyang suso, etc. Ang testosterone, important naman yan for sperm production. Okay? It is also important in the development of male characteristics sa ating hayop, such as yung pagkakaroon niya ng mas malaking katawan, pagkakaroon niya ng mas muscular na katawan. The development of horns in the cattle might also be attributed to the hormone testosterone. Okay? So yun ang purpose ng ating sex hormones. Okay? Now, the production of egg per se in the female animal body is not just being governed by estrogen or progesterone. Okay? The development of eggs in the animal body is also governed by the gland in your brain, specifically yung iyong hypothalamus and pituitary gland. Yung hypothalamus mo, nagpuproduce siya ng gonadotropin-releasing hormone, which now in turns allows the pituitary gland, the anterior, to be more exact, the anterior pituitary gland para mag-release ng follicle-stimulating and luteinizing hormone na ginagamit na for the fertilization and release of egg in the female body of your animal. So that's just a brief overview on how these hormones, these glands, is related or is activated by some other glands sa ating brain. So I hope you've got something for this lecture. It is the endocrine system is a very broad topic, and ang goal ko is to shorten it, to make it sweet and short para ma-digest nyo yung mga functions, yung mga pagkakaiba ng bawat glands and bawat hormones. Thank you.